unicorns. They are born. They are horny and fluffy and made of magic. I want to find a unicorn and float down a river of fruit salad.
Well, ladies, thank you for joining me for tea this afternoon. It has been so absolutely long since I have been able to just sit down and enjoy a cup of tea with some dear friends of mine. So, Teddy, what's been new in your life? Oh, really? That's very interesting, you don't say. Really? You know, I heard Josie has taken up tennis lately. How's that going for her? No way. Oh, good for her. Yes. Yes'm. Isn't that delightful? I'm so glad for her. I just hope she doesn't end up with that elbow thing. What's it called, ladies? Oh, that's right, tennis elbow. Thank you, Stacy. I just tell her that Auntie Rachel says she needs to be careful and watch out. I don't want her ending up in the hospital now. Why, Stacy, I agree. I don't think our young people ought to be out exerting themselves to the point of exhaustion like this. Why, when I was growing up, we had none of this tennis elbow nonsense. No one was out past dark, even. Josie came home after 10 o'clock? Well, that's absolutely ridiculous. There's no need for her to be out that late. I don't care if she was working on a school project. It can wait until the morning. She needs to get her sleep. 10 o'clock, that's ridiculous. I can't believe you allowed her to stay out that late. Honestly, Josie is now 13 years old. She ought to be staying home and learning how to take care of a household, not running around doing Lord knows what with these neighborhood children. Why, Stacy, you live down the street from the Phillips now, don't you? You wouldn't believe what I heard the other day. I don't know if I'm supposed to be telling you all this or not, but who cares? It's practically public knowledge anyway. Sarah told Sally, who told Mariah, who told me that Mark had an affair with his secretary and is now leaving Prissy and the children. Anyway, Mariah also told me that little Tommy has been causing quite the disturbance down at the schoolyard. Apparently he's been acting out in class, arguing with the teacher, and even causing fights with the other students. Can you believe it? Well, who can blame him? His house is up in turmoil. Teddy, you don't want the likes of Tommy Phillips hanging out with Prissy. I mean, that would be a catastrophe. Could you imagine if they started courting? Oh, the gossip. Young men like Tommy Phillips are the reason you need to keep your Prissy at home and teach her how to run a household. And maybe even introduce her to a few nice young men like Gilbert Blythe. He's such a nice, handsome young man. And he even volunteers his extra time on Tuesdays down at the library reading to the young children. He is such a quality young person, and you don't see that very often these days. You know, I'm having tea with his mother on Wednesday. Maybe I could ask her to have him come over and do a little yard work for me. Well, then you and Prissy could just drop by and we could introduce them. What do you say? Does that sound all right? Fabulous. I'll talk to her when I see her on Wednesday. Oh, heavens me, ladies, it's already 4:30. We're going to be late for the ladies' aid meeting. This week, I hear we're collecting undershirts and drawers to send to the pygmies.